Hello. This is part 3 of What If Naruto Was Part Dragon. Yeah. So, if you like the video, like it, and comment if you like it. Comment any ideas for this what if, or any ideas in general for what ifs. Without further ado, let's get to it. As Naruto and his team get back to the village from their mission in the Land of Waves, Naruto went to get Sasuke to tell him something. Sasuke, we have to train, now. Why? The Chunin Exams are in a month. We have to train to keep our skills sharp. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, let's get to it. Naruto and Sasuke trained for about 3 weeks, and grew a good amount. Naruto gained more control over his Mangekyo and more control over his dragon power, and learned Fire Style Fire Dragon Cluster. It's a fire style jutsu that keeps making more dragon heads out of fire for about 10 seconds. And after that, it dives down to its enemy. Sasuke learned Chakra Element Transmission to mask his kunai and lightning, and he learned how to control a sort of purple energy that he can mask his arms in. It's very weird. One day, Naruto and Sasuke are walking down a walkway. As they do, they see something. Sasuke says, do we tell them we see him? Naruto, let's wait a bit. A weird rock or cardboard box keeps following Naruto and Sasuke while they walk. Naruto turns around and says, Hey Sasuke, want to sit down for a little bit? Oh, sure. Let's sit. They sit on the rock for a little bit and feel the box falling in. They jump up and say, Konohamaru, we know you're there. Get out. 3 kids jump out and say, play with us. Sorry, we can't. We have to train and sign our Chunin Exams forms today. You guys can watch us. Our teams are doing group training today, Naruto says. Okay, where are you guys training? Training ground 10, right, Sasuke? Yeah. Okay, got it. Let's go, guys. Konohamaru and his friends run off. After they run off, Naruto and Sasuke hear a thud and a scream. They run over and see a guy holding Konohamaru by the neck. Naruto says, can you put him down, please? No, he ran into me. I'm teaching him a lesson. When Naruto and Sasuke hear this, they speed blitz over to him and a girl behind him. Sasuke puts a kunai to her throat, and Naruto takes Konohamaru from the man and pushes him back. Naruto says, Sasuke, get over here, now. Sasuke jumped over the girl and landed next to Naruto. So, are you guys here to start a war, or are you here for the Chunin Exams? We're here for the Chunin Exams. Okay, well, go to your inn right now. As Naruto says this, he sees a kid jump down. See a kid jump down from a tree. He has eyeliner on, making him look like a tanuki. Mother says you're going to be fun to kill. Naruto, confused, says, okay. I'll see you in the Chunin Exams. As Naruto says this, the 3 start walking away. As they knew, Naruto says, well, I'm gonna go talk to my team. See you guys in a bit. Naruto goes to meet his team and talks to Shikamaru and Chino while waiting for Asuma to get there. Hey guys, so, we taking the Chunin Exams or what? Well, Chino says, well, I'm okay with taking it, if you guys are. Shikamaru says, same here, I'm down too. Naruto says, okay, let's do it, I'm down. Naruto, Shikamaru, and Chino talk while they wait for Asuma. After about 30 minutes, he shows up. Well, guys, I have something for you guys to sign. Is it the form for the Chunin Exams? Naruto says. Oh, yeah. Are you guys ready? Naruto, Shikamaru, and Shino yell out, "Yes!" Okay, got it. Well, let's get some more training in. For the next week, Naruto and his team train together with Kakashi's team. On the day of the Chunin exams, Naruto and his team head to the first room. As they do, they pass a room with a genjutsu on it and get to the first room of the exam. As they walk in, they see some of their friends. They talk to them as they wait a bit for the wait. Talk to them. As they wait, after a bit, the proctor comes in and says, "I am your proctor, Ibiki Morono. Get seated now." After everyone's seated, Ibiki says, "Now, these sheets have questions on them. This test has 10 questions, but only 9 on the paper. You'll get the last one 45 minutes in. Now, begin." Naruto finishes all the questions in 5 minutes and falls asleep. After 10 minutes, Ibiki threw a kunai at Naruto. Naruto, but Naruto grabbed it out of the air and then poked it through his paper and threw it at the board. He did this faster than anyone could see. The only one who could see was Sasuke. After he did this, Naruto said, "I'm done. Wake me up at the last question." Naruto then went back to sleep and woke up at the last question. He saw right through it. Everyone that got through in the original passed. Anko then comes in and says, "I'm Anko Mitarashi. Now, go to the forest of death or you're disqualified." As they get to the forest of death, they start listening to Anko explain the forest of death. After she finished, Naruto and his team got their scroll and got ready to go. Naruto says, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave a dragon clone with you guys. I need to go see 2 people." Shikamaru says, okay, who are they?" "Sasuke and Ino." "Okay, but get back before we finish the forest." "Got it." As he says this, they hear Team 10 from Konoha, "Go." They dash ahead. Naruto then says, I'm a go." He then makes a dragon clone and runs off. He finds Hinata and her team fighting. He sits on the branch watching. Kiba says, "These guys are pretty weak. They'll be done in it. We'll be done with them in a second." Choji then nods and says, "Yeah, you're right." Hinata says, "Can I finish them off?" Kiba says, "Oh, sure, go for it." Hinata then goes in and does 332 palms in quick succession. Naruto's very happy. As he jumps down, he says, "That was great." Hinata says, "Naruto, were you here? Were you here the whole time?" "Yeah, sorry for not stepping in." Says, "If you did, they would have died. You know that, right?" Naruto says, "Yeah, you're right." Hinata says, "Well, did you come to check on us?" "Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did. But it seems you guys are okay. I have to go to somewhere else." Naruto then dashes off. As he does, he screams, "Love you, Hinata." He dashed off to go to find Sasuke, but when he found him, he was mortified. He saw Ino and Sakura on the floor, passed out, and Sasuke fighting someone. He then screams out, "Sasuke, what the hell is happening here?" Sasuke says, "This guy's at least Kage level." As Sasuke says this, he jumps forward for a fast attack. The guy dodges and bit him on the neck. Naruto sees this. He jumps forward. He jumps forward fast and activates his dragon mode. And out of instinct, he puts all of his dragon scales to his arm and says, "Fist of the Dragon, Gold Strike." So imagine, like, how could I explain this? Imagine, like, so imagine Naruto with the scales. He put all of them onto his arm, making like a pile of scales. As he says this, a gold spark happens and got slammed, and the person got slammed hundreds of meters back. But it was sadly only a mud clone. Naruto then picks up the 3 and runs to a cave and puts them down. Naruto makes a dragon clone and heads to his team. He meets up with them and says, "Hey guys, you got the other scroll yet?" "Yes, we have got it. Now, let's head to the tower." Naruto and his team head to the tower and turn their scrolls in and went to their room. And after 4 days, Kaya called Naruto into his mindscape. Naruto says, "Yeah, Kaya, what is it?" "Well, since you're gonna be a Chunin in a bit, I'm going to tell you who your parents were." "Wait, do you know who my parents are?" "Yes, your father was Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage." I guess that makes sense. They do look alike, but who's my mother?" "Your mother is Kushina Uchiha." "Wait, if my mother was an Uchiha, then how am I part Uzumaki?" "That's because your father was a Uzumaki, but he took the name Namikaze." Okay, got it. Well, that makes sense. Is that all?" "No, after this round, I'll give you more percent of my power." "Okay, by the way, what was that Fist of the Dragon attack I did?" "Oh, that's your special dragon power. All dragons and half dragons have one." "Okay, wait, when we merge, would I be able to use your power?" "Yes, you will." "Okay, by the way, what is your dragon power, anyways?" "Dragon Transformation Stage 4. Um, that seems sort of weak." "It might seem weak, but it has 200 times. It has a 200 times bonus from Stage 3, and another 100 times on top of that." "Oh, that's pretty strong." "Yeah, well, that's all." Nurse says, "Okay." Everyone, everyone meets in the main hall. Everyone that meets in the main hall, wondering what's happening. Everyone asks what's happening. Hiruzen then explains everything and calls the first match. We skip to Shino versus the air guy. I don't know what his name was. Shino says, "You're going to lose." "Haha, you're pretty funny. I'll kill you now." The air guy jumps forward, trying to attack Shino, but Shino sidesteps and slams his palm into the guy's ribs, and everyone hears an audible break sound. Shino says, that was pretty easy. Now to finish you off. How the hell did you do that?" "I concentrated chakra into my palm." "Now, come at me." The air guy jumps forward again, but Shino does the same thing to his other side. The proctor calls the match, making Shino the winner. The proctor calls the next match, Shikamaru versus Ken. Shikamaru says, can you just give up, please?" "No, I'm gonna win." Shikamaru jumps forward and strikes Ken into the wall, knocking her out. The proctor then calls the match, calls Shikamaru the winner. The proctor calls the next match, Hinata versus Neji. Neji says, "Give up, failure." "No, Naruto believes in me." "Ha! Your boyfriend's a demon. How can you love him, you demon whore?" As Naruto hears this, he jumps down and slams Neji into the wall and says, "Don't you dare talk about Hinata like that. You damn piece of shit. You say something like that again, I'll rip you limb by limb." Hinata screams, "Naruto, stop now!" Naruto drops Neji and walks back to the stand. Sasuke walks up to Naruto and says, "You did the right thing, but now Neji wins by a forfeit." "I know. I want to kill him myself." Well, you're up next." Naruto and Kiba jump down for the next fight. Kiba says, what you did to Neji was pretty bad, but I would do the same." Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this fast." Kiba says, you're pretty strong. but I wonder if you couldn't do that. As the proctor says go, Naruto does wood style, wood spike binding. Everyone looks down in shock as they see it. The proctor calls the match. They didn't do the rest of the fights, and after that, they told everyone that there will be a 1 month training before the next stage. Everyone goes off to start training. Naruto went to the Hiruzen to ask if there are any ninjas in the village that could be his sensei for the next month. Hey, old man, could I ask if there are any powerful ninja in the village that I could train with? Hiruzen's. Oh, well, there's some. Here, this is Dry. He's one of my previous students, and he trained the fourth Hokage. Hiruzen thinking, it'd be ironic if Jiraiya was his mentor as well. Naruto says, oh, speaking of the fourth, why didn't you tell me he was my father? And you can't tell me I'm wrong. We look pretty much the exact same. Says, well, I guess I would have had to tell you sooner or later. The reason was to protect you. I made a promise to keep you safe to both of your parents. Naruto says, alright, that makes sense. Well, where is Jiraiya? Hot Springs. Okay, I wonder if he's doing more research. As Naruto says this, walking out, hears this and thinks, he's a pervert, damn it. Naruto walks to the hot springs and sees Jiraiya on top of the hot springs. He jumps up and asks, so, when's the next book? Oh, hi, next book out in a couple months. Thanks. By the way, can you be my sensei? Why would I be your sensei? Well, I'm your old student's son. Jiraiya looks at Naruto and says, so you're Naruto, huh? Yeah, how did you know my name? Well, your name was from one of my books. Were my parents that big of perverts? Well, your mother was, but it was based on my first book, which wasn't perverted. Okay. Well, will you be my parents? I mean, not parents. Will you be my sensei? Yes. But first, what stage is your Sharingan? Mangekyo. What? How? Long story. I'll tell you later. Okay, well, do you know the Rasengan? What's the Rasengan? It's a powerful jutsu your dad made. Do you get on to learn it? Sure. Use it and I'll copy it. Okay. Dryden does the Rasengan. Naruto copies it and does it, but something's weird about it. The Rasengan is gold. Dry confused says, do you know why that happened exactly? I guess I have to tell you. Kai says, I agree. He's gonna be your sensei. Naruto then tells Jiraiya about what happened and how he's part dragon. Jiraiya says, okay, well, show me your dragon transformation. Naruto says the dragon transformation says, I have a special ability called Fist of the Dragon Gold Strike. I move all my scales to my right arm and add chakra to it to make it incredibly strong. Okay, can you show me? Naruto does the Fist of the Dragon Gold Strike, and levels a quarter of a forest. Okay, that's very strong. That was only 15%. Okay, well, let's get to training. By the way, that was 15% of the 100% he can use. As Naruto and Jiraiya start training, we switch over to Sasuke and Kakashi. Training. Sasuke says, so, any jutsu you want to teach me? Oh, yes I do. And it's the perfect one for you, as it's a jutsu that can only be performed with the Sharingan. Sasuke says, okay, well, what is it? Kakashi then does the Chidori and says, this is it. Sasuke then activates his Sharingan and copies the Chidori, and then does it. But the Chidori comes out black with a purple outline. Kakashi then says, That is very weird. It never came out like that for me. You see that boulder right there? Hit it. Sasuke hits the boulder, and it blows up the boulder and each boulder on the sides. But he does it so fast that Kakashi couldn't even see it. That was very fast and powerful, but I noticed that we can refine it a bit more. Sasuke says, okay, but what about the mark on my neck? What about it? I sealed it away. Well, yeah, you did, but last night it changed. What? How did it change? Well, the symbol changed to the kanji for Amaterasu. Okay, well, what happens when you activate it? Sasuke activates his curse mark. Then a purple energy runs around him, making a purple coat with a mask and purple horns. By the way, the mask is just his perfect Susanoo mask. And the coat, just imagine Naruto's KCM2 6 pass sage mode cloak. Kakashi says, what the hell? Kakashi then looks into Sasuke's eyes. Is that the Mangekyo Sharingan? Yeah, when I activated it, I noticed something was weird. It doesn't hurt when I use it. I read that when you use it, it should hurt and take away your vision, but it doesn't. I've trained with it a little bit. Okay, well, I guess we should start training. After the month, everyone meets up at the Chunin Exams. By the way, his Mangekyo is eternal, and you'll find out why in this part. After everyone gathered at the Stage 3 arena, the proctor explains the rules of Stage 3, and then called the first match, Neji versus Naruto. Naruto says, you will fall to your knees today. Ha! You were a failure in your past, and you are still a failure. No failure will make me fall. The proctor starts the match. Neji jumps forward and attacks Naruto. Naruto tanks the hit and grabs Neji by the neck and runs at the wall, slamming him into the wall. Naruto ungrips his throat and then slams a golden Rasengan into his stomach, then kicks him into the wall and runs forward with his right arm only dragon transformed and slams into his gut. The proctor calls the match in fear of Neji's safety. Naruto comes out the winner. Naruto then goes up to the stands to talk to Sasuke. Sasuke says, you know you could have killed him, right? I know, but I needed to make a point. Sasuke says, I understand. Well, wait for my match and look at it. It'll be a good one. Okay, I'll wait. We skip to Sasuke's fight versus Gaara. Gaara says, this will be fun to spill your blood. I don't think so. The proctor then starts the match. Sasuke, he then does a backflip and activates his curse mark. Going into his purple coat and activates his Mangekyo Sharingan. He then jumps forward off the wall, does his special type of Chidori, putting Amaterasu inside the Chidori. As he does this, he screams, Amaterasu, Black Chidori! He slams the Chidori into Gaara. As he does this, the surrounding blows up, creating a crater that covers the full floor of the Chunin Exams. Stage 3 Dome. Gaara jumps back and goes into his part Shukaku state and jumps over the wall and runs away. As he does this, the Konoha Crush plan starts. Did so. Naruto makes 2 dragon clones, one to protect Hinata and one to fight with old man Hiruzen. He then dashes off after Sasuke, transforming into a dragon to Dragon Stage 2. He catches up to Sasuke and asks, what's this? What's that transformation? I think it's a special type of chakra, remaking my curse mark to make it okay for me to use. Okay, well, is that a wait? Is it a Mangekyo? Yeah, it activated with my curse mark evolution. I think it's an eternal one. Naruto then looks into it and says, "Yeah, it is eternal. It might be your special type of chakra, as your chakra's purple." Sasuke says, "Yeah, yours is gold." Naruto then says, "Okay, well, we have to chase down Gaara before he turns into his Biju mode." Sasuke says, "Yeah, we have to hurry." Naruto and Sasuke chase Gaara and find him. They see him turn into his one-tailed state. Sasuke says, "Damn it, we didn't make it in time." Naruto is about to say something, then he feels something weird. He feels as if his back is going to be bursted open and his body is being expanded upon. As he feels this, he then hears Kaya say, "Naruto, your awakening transformation 3. Wait, that isn't all. We're merging. We're becoming one." Naruto out loud says, "Wait, what?" As Naruto says this, he starts floating and glowing. After 30 seconds, he comes out of the glowing with wings that are gold and orange. While flying, he looks down at Sasuke and says, "Lady Amaterasu Shinto, you have picked a good person to hand your power down to. Now, please give him a bit more power." As Naruto says this, Sasuke's cloak turns into Amaterasu flames, and wings made out of Amaterasu come out of his back. He flies up and says, "What is this? It feels so natural." Something then comes to Sasuke. He then says, "Naruto, let's combine my Chidori and your Rasengan." Naruto says, "Let's do it." Naruto makes a Rasengan that looks solid gold, and Sasuke makes a Chidori that is black with purple outline and Amaterasu on the inside. They then put their hands together and dash forward, and in tandem they scream, "Black flame, golden brawl! Black flame, golden ball, strike of the gods!" As they say that, they slam it into Shukaku. As they do, an explosion made out of Amaterasu and gold energy. It goes off behind Shukaku. Shukaku then disappears, having Gaara the only one to remain. Naruto and Sasuke land on the ground and high-five each other, but as they do, they sense Hiruzen's life force fade. They then fly at speeds that are at least 100 miles an hour. They find Hiruzen's body on the floor, lifeless. They sit on the floor, looking at him. Sasuke looks at the sky and says, "Lady Amaterasu, thank you for helping me." As he says this, he feels the touch of a warm woman's hand, making him feel good. Naruto then says, "Thank you, Kaya. We're now one, right?" Kaya says, "Yes. Now, we have to train together to unlock your full potential and full power." Naruto says, "Well, just give me a bit." He says this while he's crying.